We have another area we can discover ourselves when it comes to merging self love, self discipline, and self discovery. Remember, these are our foundation to work on us. These are the tools that we could utilize every day to understand where we want to go in this life and who we want to be, and then create that version on a day to day basis. And the area that we're going to talk about today is our career and work ethic. So, how can these three, love, discipline, and discovery, how can we merge those into where we want to be in our career and work ethic? So the first one is self-discovery. So we're going to identify what kind of work excites us, right? And does it align with our values? Sometimes when we get a job because we need one. And we find out that it doesn't really align with who we are, deep down foundation value wise. And so when we start growing a little bit more and discovering what really does excite us in the work field, we need to find that job that aligns with our values so that we're not conflicted when we go into work, right? We may love the field, but perhaps we don't love who we work with because their values don't align with ours, which is totally okay. Then we just know we want to stay in this field. We just need to go find a different company to work with and maybe do a little bit of digging into who they are so that we can be excited about where we are going in the future with our work and our careers. So the next area is the self-love. So we can acknowledge our progress and avoid criticism when challenges arise. So again, I think all of these are important, but love is super important to give ourselves because I think we can give it to other people, but we tend to lessen giving it to ourselves. So if we acknowledge where we are, because maybe it's not where we want to be, then that's really great. Or if we're where we want to be, but a challenge arises, and we just acknowledge that we're working through that challenge, and that we are going to overcome it, and we'll be stronger because of it, and we'll learn some things. So that's super important too, I think. So we can learn what we need to when that challenge arises and use that for our future. So it's another area, of course, self-discipline. And this means that we're going to show up consistently, we're going to improve our skills, and we're going to push through when motivation fades. And I think that last one is super important because motivation fades so quickly, right? Just think about anything new you've tried, whether that's you want to get a degree and go to college, or you start up your own business, you start working out on a daily basis. You have motivation at first. Everything's new and exciting, and maybe you can see some improvement, but when the time goes on and we're doing it day in and day out, sometimes we don't see the improvement right away. Sometimes for us it's going to take a couple of months to see improvement. Maybe others will see the improvement within us, but sometimes it's hard for us to see it right away. And we still need to show up consistently as long as this is where we want to be, right? If we don't want to be there, then we understand that now. We've discovered that now. And now we can focus on where we want to be, and move towards that. So as long as it's where we want to be, we've got to just keep going when that motivation fades. That will be the key to where you will stand out from everybody else, because a lot of people end up quitting when motivation fades and it becomes hard, and they just want to be comfortable and they want to take the easy way, and that's okay for them. But if that's not what you want, then you're gonna have to push through that, and it takes sometimes a village to help you. So get some good social circles to kind of help you, with each part of your life, each path you want to be on. It really does help to have key people in our lives that cheer us on and we cheer them on, and they are going and doing something with their life. Like, you can hang out with people who aren't really moving and shaking, and that's great because those people are just as great, but you really do need people around you who are, when the motivation fades, still working on their stuff, because we are who we hang out with. So, comment time, right? What do you think about this career and work ethic and merging these three topics? Do you already do this? Do you struggle with this? Drop a comment below. Love to hear it. Love to encourage or have other people encourage other comments. or just hear some of your wins and even some of your struggles, right? So let's get the conversation started.